cleanup hitter, Cam Smith. Cam, does that sound awesome that I say Cam Smith, Astros cleanup hitter?
Yeah, it does sound pretty sweet.
Doing a lot of things this year, and I'll start with that. Everything is seemingly new. New cities, new ballparks. Has that part of it all, beyond the baseball, been fun for you to, you're basically seeing the country in the form of seeing all the new ballparks. When you get to these new cities, what's that all been like for you?
Absolutely. I'm seeing all these new cities, like you said, and going to each new ballpark. I come outside and in the dugout and take videos everywhere I go, just because it's my first time. So just soaking it all in. Yeah, like the new cities are beautiful. We are changing time zones a lot, but we're seeing all these cool ballparks. So it's been a great time.
So when you get out to the ballpark today, do you take your phone out there to right field and take a video of, hey, this is where I caught the ball up against the wall I'd never played at before?
Yeah. Me and Dubon like to talk about, cool plays that we get a chance to make, because, our team, it's no secret, we're a very sound defensive team, and me and Dubon specifically like to talk about it, because I think we like to compete, in that part of the game. So, it's just fun going out there making cool plays like that.
Talking with Astros rookie Cam Smith. And Cam, growing up obviously as a shortstop and mainly as an infielder, I think we're all still just so impressed with how good of a right fielder you've become. I got to think some of those reactionary skills, because when you're an infielder, you got to be reactionary. You got to react so quick. And in the outfield, you want to get a nice jump, but, sometimes you can kind of take your time, whatever. What's that transition like? I mean, explain to us how you go from being so reactionary and getting the ball so much to right field. You might play an inning where the ball didn't even come your way.
Yeah, and it's even games where balls don't come my way, but it's having daily conversations with Jason Bell and Dave Clark to kind of get me comfortable and make it feel like I've been playing outfield for a while now.
When you think about it, do you think you're playing good right field? Or are there things you say, in a year I'll be better at this, or later in the season I need to be better at this? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think there's always stuff I can improve on, and those are conversations I have with Jason Bell and Dave Clark after each game. So there's just little things that you guys may not notice, but I notice it, and they notice it as well.
You have groups of players that you're obviously with a little bit more than others, and you already brought up Mauricio Dubon's name. It seems likely that the fit inside this clubhouse is for everybody. Everybody seems to fit in, no matter where they've come from, how long they've been here, and things like that. Are there certain players that made that a little bit easier for you?
Yeah, honestly, everybody has been a great leader for me individually. Obviously, I'm coming in here 22 years old, but each and every one of those guys, the veteran guys, they're coming up to me in any situation that I may need, somebody to lean on, somebody to talk to about it. They're always willing to, guide me through each and every day. So that's why our team is so special. It's not just one guy; everybody's a leader.
We just finished the college baseball season, Cam, and finished up in Omaha. And obviously there was a lot of storylines made of what you did just a year ago with Florida State and the great success you guys had. And, this week I see, they just announced the Futures Game roster. And my mind's just blown that you completely blow past that. Like, in a normal world, Cam Smith is going to the Futures Game in 2 weeks and going to showcase what he can do. You have to be surprised with how quickly this rise has come, and you almost have to take a step back and just kind of soak it all in, right?
Yeah. I'm very happy with Bryce Matthews. He gets the chance to play in that Futures Game. I've always known about that. It's a big game. It's the minor league all-star game. So I'm very happy for Bryce Matthews, and I was just given the opportunity by the front office and Joe Espada to be on this roster and kind of, like you said, skip that level. It's not how I wrote it out, but God works in crazy ways.
Speaking of, you got to go against your former club last week with the Cubs that were here in town. Look, you could say all the right things, and it didn't mean a little extra. I got to think it meant a little something extra special, right, doing what you did in that series?
Oh, definitely. Inevitably, I think there's a emotional connection with the team that drafted you. So playing against them on another team, there's definitely emotions rise and the moments get bigger. So, yeah, I would say it felt a little more special that weekend.
Chris just brought up your college baseball experience, Cam, and I'm curious over the time that's spanned from the draft to where we are today, if there have been conversations between you and James Tibbs. You're drafted back-to-back. You both go to really good situations. You've already both been traded in a pretty large deal to new situations, which also look very good. I mean, were you all talking about your situation back then, and were you the person that he called to say, man, what's this like going to a new organization?
Yeah. He actually was talking to me immediately when I got traded to the Astros. He was like, hey, give me a call so we can talk about it. I know, it's not a normal situation, but let's sit down and talk about it. He's like a brother to me. So we have those close conversations, and we had the same conversation when he got traded to the Red Sox. But both of us are very excited for a new opportunity.
Cam, we all enjoy the Astros social media team, Julian Morales. They do these videos where they'll interview you guys, favorite TV show, favorite this and all that. And you were part of one of those videos recently. I think you said something to the effect of, I didn't really watch TV. So it just got me thinking, you're traveling with the team, you're on the road. What is Cam Smith doing late at night in his hotel room when you're not sleeping? Are you watching something, or are you reading? What do you do?
Yeah, no, I get that question a lot. I really just like to relax anytime I can. We're at the ball field about pretty much the entire day. I would say from 1 p.m. to 10:30 is when I'm at the ball field. So when I get off the field, I'm just relaxing.
Obviously, family is a big part of all of this for you. Not this is a journey here, but the journey while you're here. Know about the moment you shared with all of them in the clubhouse with your new baseball family. But over the last couple of months, have you been around them a lot more than maybe people realize? Have you had a chance to have them along for this? I know your mom obviously was in town with you very recently. Has it been good for you from your internal family, not just your baseball family?
Yeah. They haven't got too many chances to show up and see me play, but they went to the Tampa series. They were just at the Cubs series. And they plan on going to the Miami series as well. So, I'll see them here and there, and it's always good to see them.
All right. So the list of things that have been accomplished by you, I'm sure you have those set aside. But I'm thinking more and curious more. What are the cool moments? What are the things you've already kind of set aside, and I'm going to remember this and that forever?
Definitely opening day. Obviously, my first Major League Baseball game, I'll never forget that. I had a very large amount of family there. I had everybody on my side, all the veteran guys talking to me before the game on how to go about it. That's just something that any baseball player never forgets.
Your teammates chasing you out to center field after a walk-off? Memorable, I assume?
that as well. That was my first one, so that's another special moment. I say those are top two.
Do you like the emotions that come out when you have a big RBI hit or a big moment or a walk-off? Because it doesn't look like you try to hold it in at all. It's just natural, which to me, from looking at athletes, that's what they should all do.
Yeah, no, it's just natural. I guess, like you said, it really just comes all out of me at once. That's just the fun part of this game.
Well, you're showing that you're having fun. We're glad you're having fun. I know our listeners and viewers are glad you continue to have fun, and hopefully there's more fun on this road trip. A trip to Dodger Stadium awaits, and everywhere else in Major League Baseball. Look forward to having you back here at Daikin Park next week in advance of the All-Star break. And certainly, Cam, we appreciate spending some time with you this afternoon.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Cam Smith, Astros rookie right fielder, cleanup hitter more often than not. Back out there again tonight against the Rockies. Catch a quick break, a little react to Cam Smith when we come back.
The A-Team on Sports Talk 790.